Let me give you some advice, kid. You ever walk into a room and find a body lying there on the floor? Leave. Just leave. Don't do what I did, kid. Don't do what I did. For legal reasons, that's a joke. I didn't actually murder anybody. I might have sick neck tattoos, but you know, that's just because I don't have a job, you know, and I can just get tattoos. Don't have to worry about making a good first impression when I live in my basement. All right. Yakuza Kiwami is a game where you take the fall for a crime you didn't commit, spend 10 years in prison, and when you come out, everything is somehow worse. It's kind of like when I go on vacation back home to Australia and then eventually have to return to America. What now? But the good news is, and I have two good newses to give you. One, that Yakuza Kiwami is on Nintendo Switch 2 right now. And two, Sega's sponsoring this video, baby! Yeah, that's right, I'm getting paid to pronounce it, Sega. Yakuza Kiwami launching on Switch 2 not only gives me the perfect chance to brush up on my Japanese. For example, did you know that Kiwami, it doesn't mean cute? Like, I knew that it didn't, but it sounds so much like kawaii that every time I heard Yakuza Kiwami, I thought they were saying that Yakuza was cute. I mean, I always just assumed this game was full of a bunch of egos, but no, it's just got cute claw machines. No, I learned that Kiwami actually means extreme, and that makes sense because this game makes me want to extremely go back to Japan, eat some steam buns, and beat up 4 dudes with a bicycle. Booting this game up now on my Nintendo Switch 2, it transported my mind and my soul back to the PlayStation 2 era. Back when we used to have giant, chunky memory cards and Dunkaroos weren't discontinued.
They're back.
They came back? Even just the menu startup screen for this game, as soon as I hit it, it reminded me of a time when I was sitting on the floor way too close to the TV, which they always told you not to do because apparently it can damage your eyesight, but I'm 35 now and my eyesight's just fine. I can see you guys perfectly. Oh, piss. This is easily the best way to enjoy this game and the best place to start the Yakuza series. Because while Kiwami released in 2016, it's a full remake of the very first Yakuza from 2006. And this is my theory, again, for legal reasons, I'm just assuming that they seemingly want to put every Yakuza on the console. Because right now we have the prequel, Kiwami, Kiwami 2, and even Kiwami 3 and Dark Ties is releasing in February 12th of next year. And now, just like we went to prison for a decade, 10 years later, we have this Nintendo Switch 2 version with enhanced visuals and better performance, targeting up to 60 FPS, which I can see 30 of. As soon as I started the game, I remembered, oh yeah, this game is awesome. You get dropped right into the middle of the most gripping cinematic crime drama that is the perfect mix between a classic 90s gangster movie and just the best, most dramatic anime you've ever seen. 1 second, it's gritty, tense, and emotional, and the next second, you're buying pairs of used panties from a night lady. In fact, oh, give me a whiff of that. Oh, I love a steamed bun. I mean, the detail in this game. Look at this konbini. It's just so authentic to the trips I remember taking. Even the little colored boxes and the shelves and the ramen cups. It's just so incredible to me that in 2006 or 2016 for this remake even, that they have this fully fleshed out city with neon lights and windows and structured balconies. Or even how detailed this pharmacy is, even down to the weird girl sitting in the corner. Why are you here? And so many stores that you can actually go into and aren't just some guy standing out front with a menu and there's no pop-in. The people don't pop in. Pop in! But games like the Persona series and of course here in the Yakuza series, they are my go-to games when I am craving that trip to Akihabara or Shinjuku, which Makes a lot of sense, especially with Kiwami, because this game is set in a fictional version of Shinjuku. I mean, the city itself in Yakuza Kiwami is modeled off of actual Tokyo, Japan. In fact, even more specifically than that, Shinjuku, because I've been here. You see all of this and the arcade that's over there in the game? Yeah, I've been there. I even filmed me going there. Right there. You see that? That's my footage of that store, which is this store, which is the same place. And this part of Yakuza Kiwami, which is called Theater Square, is actually just one of my most vivid memories of Japan. The arcade that's here in real life, Kim and I spent so much time playing the claw machines and hanging out, just me and her, and it's still to this day one of my absolute favorite memories. So to go to this location in the game, walk into an arcade and play some claw machines is just really a treat and makes me strangely, I guess, reminiscent of just fun times. And speaking of the detail in this game, while we're here in the arcade, can we take a look around? It's kind of awesome because it's a Sega arcade, right? You have Virtual Fighter posters on the wall. You could even spot little hidden Sonics around. Some of the claw machine prizes are Super Monkey Ball toys. It's awesome. I mean, it's just really cool. In fact, you know what? I want to remember the moment even in the game. So how about we go take a photo in the photo hut, huh? Crack a pose. I'll remember that forever with you guys. And for this Switch 2 release, they even put in a little eShop Easter egg. There's a whole store based around the Nintendo eShop as of current. Wow. Look at all the Luigi content. Unlike a game like Persona, there is no day and night cycle in Yakuza. So if you wanted to take a break from the main story and just spend countless hours playing the batting cages, probably shouldn't swing the microphone when I say that, playing darts, and by the way, I absolutely nailed this game of darts. There's a mini toy kart racing mini game, karaoke. You know, the one time I ever did karaoke in real life, I sang My Chemical Romance when I was a young boy. What blows my mind is just how fleshed out all the mini games are. Paul alone, I spent a whole evening playing this. It's almost a complete billiard simulator game. I still lost, but you know. That's because I have one eye. Even the circuit karts cars minigame toy thing is so in-depth, unnecessarily so. I mean, there's a store where you can buy all different attachments, add-ons, and parts for your karts and just switch them out depending on the course. And there's a bunch of different kinds of courses that you can race on too. You just don't see passion like this in video games anymore, unless, you know, they're charging you $30 extra DLC for it later. Okay, enough foreplay. Let's get to the meat here, the combat, the action. I said enough. There is so much fighting and combat in this game, and it is pure beat 'em up bliss. You might know about me, I don't necessarily love the traditional 2D side-scrolling beat 'em up style games, but this, the more hack and slashy style beat 'em up game, that is what I love, and this does it so well. And don't get me started on the finishes. I mean, some of these are so brutal that it actually has me wincing in real life like this isn't just a video game. I mean, you try curb stomping one of these guys' skulls into the ground and tell me how you feel. The skill tree is also massive. Like, they didn't half-ass video games back in the day. That's what a lot of you youngsters don't realize now. You can dive into your own stats and your health and your strength and all of that, or you have a full expansive skill tree when it comes to your techniques and your moves and your abilities. As you fight, you have 4 fighting styles that you can actively switch between on the fly. You have Brawler, which is essentially I ate all of my Wheat Bix this morning and I'm ready to go. You have Rush Mode, which is essentially I just drank 10 cups of coffee and I'm ready to go. And then Dragon, which is essentially I am the main character of this game and this is my playstyle. Dragon's cool, actually. It's the one mode that you can't unlock anything for or manually upgrade. You have to keep going around the city and finding this guy and beating him up. And if you do, you unlock the next thing in the skill tree. This is one of my favorite characters in the game. But I'm getting a little ahead of myself because the last thing I want to talk about with the combat is the weapons. A huge thing in this game is every time you get into a fight, there will most likely be bicycles, trash cans, signs. You can grab anything pretty much and just start using it as a weapon and caving people's skulls in. I mean, I hit a guy guy with a traffic cone so hard, I'm pretty sure it counted as community service. The main story's narrative and even all of the optional side quests are so well written and engaging, it's impossible to not want to stop and talk to every character possible in the game just in case you miss something hilarious, absurd, or emotional. I mean, even just in the opening moments of the game, you have this tiny emotional storyline baked into the main story about having to buy back a stolen ring. You meet this pocket circuit toy car racing guy who is so passionate about what he's doing as a hobby. It's literally affecting his life. It's ruining his relationship. And there's even a cutscene where I swear I saw Mac from Always Sunny. There he is. I swear, is that not Ronald McDonald right there? These games are a shining example of developers who fully understood the power of storytelling in a video game, combining cinematic drama, emotional depth, and absurd comedy into a fun-packed world with great gameplay. I mean, this game really has it all. It hits every nail on the head. And then it also hits this guy in the head, and this guy, and also this guy. I mean, it hits all the guys. It hits everything in the head. And look, I'm not just saying because this video is sponsored and it's almost Christmas that this game is the best game to buy this holiday season, but it kind of is, because I didn't realize that this game is set during the holiday season. You'll find Christmas wreaths around the game. The stores are all blasting holly jolly Christmas music. This is a Christmas game in the same way that Die Hard was a Christmas movie. I'm gonna play it every holiday season. Yakuza Kiwami made me laugh. It made me hungry. It made me want to go back to Japan. And it made me appreciate life's most important lesson, which is every single issue, no matter how big or how small, can always be solved exclusively by punching a guy. That's a great lesson. So thank you, Sega. If Sega doesn't make me change the way I pronounce Sega, which is how I've always pronounced it, and they approve this sponsor, by the way, it will officially put to bed whether or not you can pronounce it Sega. And if they make me change it, it will be very funny, and I will take the L. But if you're watching this and it's not changed, Sega, Sega, Sega. Thank you, Sega, for sponsoring the video. I really appreciate it. I had so much fun making this. Best part, party time. Both Yakuza Kiwami and Yakuza Kiwami 2 are available right now on the Nintendo Switch 2. You can get them individually or in this digital bundle to save some money. That'll make you floss like the backpack kid. Am I right, gamers? Also, if you already own Yakuza Kiwami on Switch 1, you can get the Switch 2 version for a big discount. Best part is your save file carries over and the game looks and plays better. What are you waiting for? It's a Yakuza Christmas. Links to the game are down below in the description if you want to check it out and play it. This game really is the complete package, and I'll cheers to that. I'm alone. And I really do have to thank Sega. You know, I don't talk about this much, but they flew me out there once, and you know, they really took care of me. When I walked into the room and found when I found what I found, and they, you know, they threw it away for me, and they burned any evidence of my, you know, my trip. But not that there was evidence, but just, you know, it doesn't matter. They took care of everything for me, and they even gave me a place to lay low for a while, to hang out for a while I explored Japan. And that was great. There was nobody. For legal reasons, there was nobody. For legal reasons, we didn't do any of that. But thank you, Sega, for doing anything that you've done. And not the body thing. For legal reasons. That's a joke. There was nobody.